Hello and welcome back to Time in the UK. I've pulled something absolutely disgusting out of the trash, out of the rubbish. It was a rainy old wet day when I did it. It was just on the side of the road and I just noticed the headstock sticking out. The rest of it was all piled in with a load of rubbish bags, and it was obviously pretty unwanted and left at the side of the road, so I pulled over, dug it out and chucked it in my van. It was soaking wet when it went in my van, but it's dried out quite nicely. There's a little bit of underneath the bridge there's a little bit of distortion in the wood, as if it's swollen up slightly. There's a few scratches all over it where it's achieved some damage off of other rubbish that was just chucked in there, but whether or not it's picked that damage up before or since, whether it's, I don't know what that damage is, but there's no buckle rash at the back. You know, it doesn't look to have been played particularly very much. It's obviously been unloved for quite a long time, so I think really before anything else is done, before I touch it too much more, I want to give it a clean. So get the old antibacterial spray out and give it a good rub all over. And because you probably don't want me to hear me waffling on about cleaning a guitar, look at that, it's dirty, isn't it? Nasty. I was going to put some music over this bit. Enjoy. Okay, so now before I go too much further into this, now it's reasonably hygienic to touch, I'm going to see if it makes any noise. So if I just quickly bring power outside and plug the amplifier in, get myself a lead for the guitar, and we'll see what kind of noises it makes.
It's alive! It's alive! It's alive! It's alive! It's alive!
Well, so far so good. That does seem to be working. So let's get these nasty strings off. So again, speed this up. I still think there's some more cleaning to be done. So get these old strings up and give it a clean. Speed it up for your pleasure. That's 100 times better now, isn't it? I think you could eat your dinner off that if you wanted to. Well, I decided to open the insides of it and see what's going on the inside, you know. See what little secrets are there. So the screws are fairly easy to get out, and they just prise the back cover off. This particular back cover is shielded, as is the toggle back cover. Never actually opened the back on these particular types of Les Paul guitars before. I've always opened up sort of Strat type guitars, but there you go. The soldering looks original, a bit messy like, but it looks original, and you've got your A and B 500K pots in there, which is industry standard. Doesn't look to have been messed around with at all. It does look, unfortunately, budget end of the factory, so it's no great. It's definitely not a high-end one, this. But let's get some strings on it anyway. I've found some Ernie Ball slinkies in an old guitar case that I put to one side a few years ago. Anyway, I found some strings in there that are coming quite handy for this. Perfect strings, so let's get them on and see what kind of noises it makes. So adding strings is reasonably straightforward on this particular guitar. No dramas or anything like that. You know, they just thread through, over, round, and you tighten them up. You know, fairly straightforward, box standard stuff. One thing I did notice, however, is when I was tuning it up, it did seem to take quite a while to get it in tune. The neck seemed to move quite a bit. Finally got it tuned up with the aid of a little app I downloaded on my guitar. It couldn't be bothered to dig out the plug-in tuners that I've got hiding somewhere in the house. And please excuse my rather basic guitar playing skills. I never was, and I'm still not any good at it, and I never was, and I've been playing since I was 17. I just never seem to have had the time to practice. That's my excuse anyway, and I'm sticking to it. The action's actually quite high on this, so at some point when I get round to it, I'll see if that can be adjusted down any. However, the look of the bridge, because it's an adjustable bridge there, it does seem to be all the way down, but I don't know. And the jack plug's a bit iffy as well, you know, it does cut out and stuff, so I think there's an issue with the jack plug that might need to be replaced or resoldered. But at the end of the day, considering it's a trash pick guitar, I think I've done very well out of it. And even if it didn't play, it looked great hanging on the wall. Thanks, see you again soon.